Hello guys, and welcome to this guide on how to climb with Daeja. First off, let's look at why you would want to play this comp right now. Daeja is the most consistent AP carry in the game right now. The recent rework buffed Daeja, and her ability deals a lot of damage now. And finally, Daeja is one of the big meta dragons right now. You need to know this comp to climb consistently. This comp utilizes Mirage for extra AP tankiness or attack speed, with scaling from items like Rageblade, Archangels, or Jewel Gauntlet and Infinity Edge. Daeja ramps while solid Cavalier frontline holds back the enemy team, and if the fight goes on long enough, you're gonna see Daeja absolutely wiping the enemy board. Since Mirage changes every game, we're gonna start out with the Mirage Tierlist. If Mirage in your lobby is S tier or A tier, go for it, you can definitely play Daeja. If it's B tier, be cautious. Play Daeja if you high roll Mirage units or hit Daeja early, and if it's C tier, don't play Daeja carry. Flexing in Pirate's Greed is great for Econ, but it's gonna fall off late game, and meanwhile Electric Overload only really pops off in reroll comps where you don't play Daeja as your main carry. Daeja's core items are Quicksilver, Rageblade, +1. Giant Slayer is really good, but you can also go for Archangel Staff or Rabadons. If the Mirage is Duelist, you want to sub out the Rageblade for one of these other damage items, since you already get the attack speed from the trait. Another viable build is going for Infinity Edge plus Jewel Gauntlet plus another damage item, usually Rabadons or Archangels. And meanwhile, some great supporting items for this comp are Static Shift or Spark. They shred the enemy MR and they're gonna make your Daeja deal a lot more damage. Bear in mind that these items don't stack, so you only want to build one of them. And lastly, if you have any tears or cloaks to spare, you can build Chalice to buff Daeja's damage even further. On first Carousel, you want to go for Bow that builds into Rageblade or Giant Slayer. You can also go for Belt or Chain that builds into Sunfire, still an amazing item early game, cannot recommend this hard enough. Or you can also go for Rod that builds into AP items for Daeja, as well as Rageblade. Early game, you want to play around these core units. At level 5, we can play a Bruiser. Skarner works fine here, but if you hit a more expensive one, you definitely want to play it. Silas is perfect, he also gives us Whisper. Put your damage items on Yuna and your tank items on Shen. At level 6 you can play Sejuani, great frontline unit, gives us the guild bonus of extra HP for the whole team, and it prepares us for the transition into a Cavalier frontline. And that's it, that's the opener for this comp. At level 7 we can then play Nunu, giving us Cavalier, and start rolling for Daeja. Once you hit Daeja, you want to sack Yuna and Thresh, play Daeja instead, and give her the damage items. From here you want to transition into a full Cavalier frontline. So at level 8 we want to bench the Leona, and play Lilia and Hecarim instead for 4 Cavalier. Once you hit a replacement Yuna, you can swap out Shen and Silas for Leona and Yuna, and now we have 4 Cavalier, 6 Mirage. Put your tanky items on Nunu. Once we hit Yasuo, we can sack Leona and play him instead, he's an infinitely better unit, and he also adds Warrior. If you manage to get a Cavalier spat, you want to put it on Yasuo. The stats from Cavalier makes this guy very close to unkillable, paired with a damage item and some lifesteal, and you're gonna have a very strong duo carry. At level 9 we can play another legendary unit. Bard is good, great CC, and the extra mana from his guild bonus is so strong. And if you hit a Soraka, you can also play her instead. The healing feels very good together with the extra stats from Cavalier. Try to always position your Daeja on the opposite side of the enemy carry, so she will also enter the enemy backline. The leveling for this comp uses the standard forecast carry leveling curve. You want to pre-level to 4 on 1-4 if you're sitting on a lot of 2-cost pairs. Else you level to 4 on 2-1. Next you need to decide if you want to pre-level to 5 into the Carousel. You do this if you're win streaking and still sitting on a lot of 2-cost or maybe even 3-cost pairs. Else you level to 5 on 2-5. Try to hit 20 gold into Kirks, that's good econ. And then on 3-2 we level to 6 and roll for a bit of upgrades. As a rule of thumb, you don't want to roll below 20 to keep some econ. Good econ and a good leveling curve is going to help you a lot with winning games. If you get these fundamentals right, you're going to have a very easy time climbing. Now for the late game, on 4-1 we always level to 7 and roll for our core units. Again, try not to spend all your gold, you still want some gold left to econ so you can hit level 8. If you didn't have to roll a lot for your board and you hit a lot of upgrades on 4-1, you can level 8 on 4-5. If you had to roll a lot and you're not super rich, you can do it on 5-1. You want to roll the majority of your gold at level 8 and try to 2-star most of your board before you consider going 9. If you're mega high rolled, you can go fast 9 on 5-3. Normally you do it on 6-1, 6-3 or 6-6. Lastly, let's go through the best augments when playing Daeja. Best Friends can provide attack speed for Daeja as well as armor for your frontline. Exiles provides a lot more survivability for your team, allowing Daeja to cast multiple times. Just remember to split up your units when you take this one. The same goes for Cybernetic Shell, a lot more frontline for your team, while Cybernetic Uplink also provides mana per second, allowing your Daeja to cast more often. Mirage Heart makes it easier to hit 6 Mirage, and opens up the option to play 8 Mirage. Axiom Arc provides mana on kill, and sometimes Daeja will kill multiple units on first cast. The second cast will come shortly after, and you'll instantly win the fight. Cavalier Heart can help boosting your frontline's defenses, while Cavalier Crest also opens up the option for Cavalier Yasuo. Ascension fits this comp really well, since you have a lot of frontline and a lot of tankiness, and once ascended, Daeja is just gonna destroy the enemy backline. Component Grabback is just generally good, more items to play around. And the same goes for Sunfire Board, this one is always a solid pick. Remember, you do not need Sunfire Cape if you already have this one, you only need one or the other to get the healing reduction. Portable Forge and Living Forge are great. My favorites here are Infinity Force or Mana Sane on Daeja, or Anime Visage or Eternal Winter on Nunu. And that is the end of this guide. Remember to subscribe and leave a like if this was helpful. Good luck on the climb, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.